This is the plaintiff, LaToya Lachelle Hubbard. She says she and the defendant used to date and eventually moved in with her. She ended up renting a car for him, and then a few weeks later she found out he was having a baby with another woman. He says he's sorry until he's blue in the face, keeps saying he's going to pay her the $890.72 he owes her, but the only thing he's paid her is lip service. This is the defendant, Jerome Anthony Mock. He says he and the plaintiff were going to take her son to Disney World. He paid the deposit, and once they broke up, he asked her for the money he had paid for the trip. That's when she got all sorts of mad at him. And it's the only reason she's come up with this bogus lawsuit. He thinks the judge will see it his way, and he'll walk out a winner today because he owes her nothing. He's accused of dissing an ex.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated and come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, LaToya Lachelle Hubbard, you are suing Jerome Anthony Mock. This is your former boyfriend?
Yes.
For $890.72 that you say he owes you for a rental car that you took out in your name. What happened?
Absolutely. Well, the defendant and I began dating in the beginning of April 2014. It was, to my understanding, when we started going out, that he was part owner in a landscaping business. So I had no reason to doubt what he was telling me because he was doing like 9 to 12-hour shifts every day with his company. However, I was also unaware that he wasn't paying his car note for his truck for the past 4 months. So when he left out of the door to leave for work one day, the truck was gone.
Did he say why he did not pay his car note for 4 months?
No, ma'am, he did not.
Did you ask him why did you not pay?
Yes, I did.
And what did he say?
He told me that he had got his apartment at that time had gotten broken into, and his money was wrapped up because one of the guys that was part owner with him went to jail and he couldn't touch his funds. That's what he told me.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you since learned that he's not part owner of anything?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
How did you learn that?
Because he's broke.
Okay. Well, maybe he's part owner of something that doesn't make money.
Right. I understand you.
Okay.
Okay. However, I agreed to get him a rental car when
Why would you do that?
Because he was unsuccessful in, leasing or owning a vehicle from a car lot.
And why do you suppose that is?
His credit was jacked up. I went with
so
him.
why would you do that? Why would you rent a man a car who just told you I didn't pay my car note for 4 months? That's not a red flag for you, apparently?
Well,
that's not like a big symbol that it's a problem?
Right. Okay, well, I was naive, I admit that, and I did not see that red flag. So, however, in the kindness of my heart, I went to the rental car company.
No, the stupidity of your brain, not the kindness of your heart.
Okay.
Okay? It's the stupidity of your brain. I'm sick and tired of hearing women, because it's almost always women, talk about how big their heart is. It is not that your heart is too big, it's that your brain is too small.
Okay.
That's the reason why this happens. You put yourself right in the center of his finances. It's not because you have a big heart. It's not. All right, now go on. It's because you liked him and you wanted to keep him. So go ahead.
Okay.
So what happens?
All right. So a couple weeks went by and the rental company car.
Well, tell me about how did you guys do the rental car?
Well, I went into the rental car company. However, I had my driver's license, but it was his card.
But you were pretending like you were going to be driving it.
No, he was on there too as a.
So you were both as drivers.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, but it was his card. So
his debit card.
Yes, ma'am. So they swiped it. The first, I guess it was like $250 came off. Everything was fine. I went to work. He drove off and went to work.
How long was he going to be renting a car?
For a month. So the rental car company calls me 2 weeks later saying that they wanted to take another payment off of the card because he wanted to try to keep it longer. But they told me that there was no more funds on the card. I then contacted the defendant and he told me.
Were you dating?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, at the time.
I then contacted the defendant and he told me that, okay, the money should be in there Friday. So call them back and let them know it'll be there Friday. And I did that. So she actually extended it an extra week. However, when they called a week and a half later, it said, okay, there's still no money in this account.
Still or again?
Still.
Okay.
So I told the defendant, it's time to take the car back or you need to pay it. He was like, I'm going to take care of it. I promise I'm going to take care of it. I'm just going through something.
Is he living at your house during this time?
Technically, yes.
Because he's there every day?
His stuff was there. He pretty much moved in.
Okay.
Little by little.
You see that he brings the car back every single day.
Yes, ma'am.
So you know he hasn't taken care of it.
Exactly. However, no, the financial part. And that's where our argument started to come in because he wasn't doing what he said he was going to do. So long story short, they came and repoed the rental car. Yes, it was funny at the time. He was making jokes like, oh, they repoed my truck 4 months later. Now they repoed the rental car. And I'm like,
I
okay.
don't find that funny. I wouldn't find it funny.
I do
You think it's
apologize,
funny?
but it was.
No, I don't think it's funny.
So why are you leaving her with an $890 rental car bill?
Okay, my version of the story, everything that she said was correct as far as me living with her, the money, the debit card. The debit card was hers. I actually gave her the cash to put on her debit card. So everything in this rental car was in her name. The insurance, I wasn't on it.
Why were you giving her the cash to put it on?
Because she was getting a rental for me.
For you?
Yes, ma'am. I couldn't get the rental because I didn't have
Then let's go back to my original question. Why did you leave her with an $890 bill if the rental car was for you?
Because she ended up using it, Your Honor.
Why did you two break up?
Because she knew I had a separate situation. I had a girl pregnant. And she knew this.
I'm sorry,
she knew this from the beginning.
Slow your roll. You're living with her, and you not only cheated on her, but you got another girl pregnant?
I didn't cheat on her, ma'am.
Immaculate conception?
Ma'am, the baby was conceived before I got with her, and she knew this. Yes, ma'am. She came into the situation knowing this.
Knowing this.
Knowing this.
Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
That is true.
all right. So
and
go
that's
on.
why I left her, because the mother of my child needed me, so I had to be there.
Needed you to what?
Be there financially for her and my child.
Right, but being there financially doesn't require you to leave her. Did you get together with her, with the mother of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, that's kind of different. That's totally different.
So what I was trying to explain was...
Try to explain why you left her with an $890 bill.
I didn't leave her with this bill, man. We had to rent a car for 2 months. I drove it for the first month, and then I purchased a Ford Expedition. This is not the car that got repoed. This is a whole separate vehicle.
A third car. Oh,
yes, ma'am.
okay.
This is a third car. I purchased this cash, so this is my vehicle
Wait,
now.
so if you had that money, why didn't you just pay off the rental bill?
Because I needed some stable transportation. Plus, at the time,
I understand perfectly.
I bought the car. I bought the truck, and we still had the rental for a month.
Why would you have the rental for a month if you don't need it?
Is what I'm trying to explain.
Did you have another car?
Yes, Your Honor. I have a vehicle.
So how many cars does a person need?
Her car was down, Your Honor.
Can you prove that?
Can I prove that her car? I don't have no documents today.
Was there? Today would be the day. Was your car down? The other car?
No, Your Honor.
Are you hearing this?
I'm trying not to.
None so blind as she who will not see. So your answer to me is, let me see the date of your purchase of your Ford Expedition, because if that's in fact a month before the rental was repossessed, there's some truth to what you're saying.
I didn't bring my proof of purchase or nothing.
No. Why not? Because there's only two reasons not to. One, because you're a complete slackjaw, or two, because it's not true what you're saying. So I don't know which of those two to pick. But if the whole issue here is she used the car that other month, Judge, because I already had a car, which is what you have just said to me. Judge, I already bought another Expedition. So I wasn't using it. She was using it. She's responsible. I am willing to listen to that because that sounds very reasonable. All you have to do is prove what you just said. And you have it within your power to do that because it's your purchase paperwork. Why wouldn't you bring that in here if it'll prove what you just said?
The date just crept up on me too fast, man.
Did you ever give her any money towards this car?
Absolutely. The money to get the rental car off the lot, man, that was all my cash.
How much was that?
Roughly like $600 and some change, because you can only put, I think, like $550 on a green dot vanilla card. So I gave her like $600, man.
All right. And then you say that it was on his debit card?
Yes, Your Honor. Through his job, he had like a pay card. But I just wanted to say that if he, hypothetically speaking, let's just say what he is saying is true, which is not. If he only had it for that month, that's all this bill is for. That month he had the vehicle.
Oh, let me see.
Okay. And I also have text messages printed out, me saying, when are you going to pay the $890 that 72 cents that you owe? He said Friday.
Oh,
and on this
Friday?
one,
Not,
he says,
I don't know it. You
okay,
drove it. It's your
yes,
car.
ma'am.
You had it for a month.
There you
Not
go.
that?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
Not
come
at all.
on.
Not at all. There's emails, text messages, pictures, you name it.
The balance you owe is $890.72. And here he goes. Okay, I've been waiting for you to call me. He just goes around paying what he's supposed to pay. He's been waiting for you to call him. I got into an accident and broke my phone. What is this, like every few weeks you're sending him a copy of the enterprise bill?
Absolutely, so you don't forget.
But we was living together, so she didn't have to do that.
821?
He was with his child's mother.
By 8/21, he was
Yes,
with his
ma'am.
child's mother.
He left in July after he lied and said he was going to
I
an
left in
out-of-town work
October.
job.
I left in October on my birthday.
Where are you in terms of the enterprise bill, she asks, and your answer is Friday. It hurts me that you've been harassing me or bashing me. Okay, where's she bashing you?
Just to different people outside
Okay, well,
of that.
did you pay her Friday?
Ma'am, I did not pay her Friday.
Okay, so you got the cash. See, do you pick up what's going down here?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, he's got the cash because he took the cash and he bought himself a truck. He just doesn't want to spend it on you.
Your Honor, he didn't buy the truck. Daddy Mock gave it to him.
His father?
Yes.
Okay. Where's he spending his money?
On Jordans and trying to keep up with the new trend or whatnot.
Ah, social media.
And I have pictures of that too, Your Honor.
Of what?
Him
That's
flexing
a-
on Instagram.
It's a photo. First off,
You know what? Why don't you stop talking and
it was
just
a
pay the
photo
lady?
shoot.
Seriously, why don't you just stop talking and pay the lady? You know, because on the one hand, I hate these cases because seriously, on the one hand, I just want to get off this bench and smack you around.
I know.
Okay? Because I have daughters. I mean, how do you have so little self-respect that you would allow somebody who there is nothing but red or white because he's cute, you think he's cute, you want to keep him around? Seriously, you can't do better than this? You can do better than this.
And
You
I
can.
have.
Have a little more respect for yourself than to turn around and lay out your good name for a guy who doesn't care what happens to your good name because he doesn't care what happens to his good name. Okay? He doesn't care. It's not that he doesn't have $890. It's that you're yesterday's news, baby. He's on to the next woman.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Can you win somebody over, somebody you're interested in romantically, by buying them stuff?
Absolutely not.
Why do you say?
Because it's all about the depth of the person, you know. Material things are material, that can come and go, but if they don't have anything real to offer you, that's not a relationship.
But can you literally buy somebody's love?
No, I don't think so. Not genuine love, no. Not long term, no.
So the person that you give something to, they're not going to like you more because you give it?
No, well, they're going to appreciate what you give them, but they're not going to like you. There's a difference between you and what you give them. They want what you give them more than they want you.
Well put. Well put. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
He does not care, which is why you do not put out money for a boyfriend ever. I was going to say unless, but there's no unless. There's
Right.
ever.
And-
Well, unless it's a gift,
Right.
unless you don't expect to see it back. But certainly not a man like him who thinks about himself. $890.72.
Thank you.
Verdict for the plaintiff.
All right, defendant leaves the courtroom here and comes down into the hallway. You didn't have any documentation or anything, so how did that go?
I mean, it went rough, but, you know, that's just go to show like a girlfriend scoring like they'd do anything just to be relevant. Because I'm a good guy, and I did right by her and her son for a long time and didn't ask for repayment on nothing. So, you know, she can repay me for the times I picked up her son from daycare, the times I helped with the rent over there, the times I helped get the car fixed. I didn't ask for repayment of that because that's just what I was supposed to do.
Okay. All right, step on out here. All right, you win your case. The judge didn't want to reach out and slap him around. She wanted to reach out and slap you around.
I understand.
Why?
Because I was naive, and I was. And, you know, it had nothing to do with the baby incident because I made him go over there to check on that. But in the end, I got bit behind it. It was more so him going to clubs I don't approve of. And
What did this fly guy have that you found so irresistible that you were totally blind?
You know what? I don't know. But,
Harvey?
Okay, my 2 cents, not only can you not buy somebody's love, it never works out in the long run. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.